At any point, you can put one of these in your mouth and get indigestion.
This is actually what killed the dinosaurs, was dinosaur nuggies.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that, but...
Because they ate the dino nuggies.
Mm-hmm.
They ate themselves.
It's the whole thing.
Wait, dino nuggies are made out of dinosaurs?
No, they used to.
They
all
used to
died
be.
out.
Yeah.
That's what killed them all.
I would like to report a workplace accident. Accident might not be the term.
It wasn't an accident, he deserved to die!
There was an incident.
A squad of troubleshooters thunders around the corner. They're all wearing red, resplendent armor, and they come barreling down, and they see the body on the floor, and then they look up. They can't decide which one of you to ask, and they're like,
"Hey,
which one of you is responsible for this?"
Hey, Roy G, how's it going?
Get your filthy infrared hand away from me.
Fair enough. Listen, this man was coming towards my team with violence, and I'm not saying I approve of what happened to them, but they are now dead.
And I'd do it again, officer! And then he's gonna lock eyes with him and defecate. Elf does not have strong bowel control.
And that is the end of my double turn.
Cool.
Are there any pointers on what kind of you're going to be up against?
I did.
When
With
battling
the
him, he makes you lose
say
spirit,
yeah.
and he targets heroes in his current kingdom. So it might be
great.
that he, like, if we're in the kingdom while he's being fought, we might all get affected by what happens.
Great.
And he makes you lose spirit.
Wonderful.
I did it again!
What?
2 and 1?
What are the
Bullseye,
odds?
baby! Bullseye!
Clip it!
And not Bullseye from the Daredevil expansion of Unmatched.
That thing ticking at all? I think it's stuck.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Damn it, Kyle, you cheater. See, you are the anarchist. You flipped it.
You flipped it.
I flipped it. If
Why
you
would
guys
I-
remember, I flipped
Why
it.
would I want them to have more time?
I don't know. Because you're the anarchist.
Maybe
No,
you're
fucking
put
screwed up.
the deal going down.
I have no idea what
So,
they're talking
alright,
about.
so we know what we got from people. What did you get?
I got some paperclip.
How many?
Yeah, what'd you
From
get?
who?
We know. We actually shared.
We had
You know
this
why? Because we're
conversation.
trustworthy. And you're the Antichrist.
Wow, that escalated really fast.
Well, he's not wrong, okay?
I mean, when you look at the card, though, isn't it easy to look at it and be like, that almost looks like it says Antichrist?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, David.
I came back from death and won.
This story again. Did I ever tell you kids about the time I was resurrected? Yes, Grandpa!
Let me tell you about the time I came back from the dead and witch slapped my friend Eric. It was amazing.
You're not gonna spoil it, but every religion is wrong.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, because I was here and I was like, I've got 4 to go from 10 to 36. I can make that, but then you started blocking me off, so I had to go to 9, and I was like, I have to make 3, 5, 7. I was like, I have to make exact moves, otherwise I can't. If anyone stops me, or if I have to detour.
Oh yeah, because you're running out of time.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I was like, let's not go for the kill shot right now, because we'll get him
No,
anyway.
you were wrong.
Yeah,
You were wrong.
Objectively
Multiple
wrong.
times.
We
Wrong.
still... Thank
You
you
were
for the
objectively
follow.
wrong. You were
You were the ultimate nerf.
You
for the follow, Hornets
embody
We still
the
won!
nerf.
You're
Embody the nerf.
We still won!
Stop talking!
Honestly, Tony.
No more talking!
Tony helped, but if they listened to you, I would have had a much straighter shot out of there.
They are so small. He's so big.
Does he have a bunny slipper?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he's only got one.
That's why he's chasing us. I think he's mad. He lost his other slipper.
Maybe he stole it from one of us.
Does
Maybe
he
we
look
stole
like
his.
the kind of bear that would steal?
All bears steal.
U.S. law, possession is 9/10 of the law, right? I think with a bear, it's 10/10.
No, yeah.
Once that bear has possession, it belongs to the bear. Will you pass me a goddamn card?
When I feel like it. What?
that's the wrong thing, guys. So,
You got it. I'm taking the 1 then.
Broke the whole table apart.
That's what you get for underestimating his power.
You decimated
Yeah,
it.
just a
Someone's too powerful.
And from that, I'm doing Demos down, where the planet or the moon
Oh, no.
crashes into Mars. So first, heat goes 1, 2, 3, and I
Are
go
you
1,
kidding
2,
me?
3.
Oh,
I
wow.
get 4 steel, and 8 plants are gone.
No. No.
Who are you
No.
So
taking
I'm
them
gonna
from?
do-
I wonder.
I will do. I wanna delegate it out.
Look at how many he has.
I know. It's 8. I'm gonna do 1 from you. I know it's not that much of a loss. 3 from Dustin and 4 from Jeannie.
What?
You took the city I was thinking about.
You were not thinking about that city.
Karma.
Oh, that
The
is
city that he very blatantly was like, I'm not thinking about doing
Didn't
that.
you just say John is ruthless?
rude.
His deck is down to like 4 cards, guys.
He rolled
What are you talking about?
I bring shame to the McLean name!
Can't even show
Oh, this is amazing! This version of Die Hard, yeah, literally the terrorist is just standing there, and I'm like beating on him at this point. Just, you brute! Stop murdering people! Stop it! Oh God!
What happened to the last man who touched my grapple gun?
I don't.
You don't want to know.
It's classified, but let me say this. F***ing Stalin's torture rooms would have been f***ing envious of the job I did on him.
The computer's voice rings out. Greetings, citizen. It sounds like you might be under duress, but there does not seem to be any cause for such. Please explain yourself.
My knees really hurt and he was trying to touch my grapple gun.
Upon evaluation of the situation, it has been determined that your use of the expletive f***ing was inappropriate. You have been fined 10 XP points for using the expletive twice. Please refrain from the use of expletives unless your life is in danger. Thank you.
You know, those spent computers really killing my boner.
I'm thinking I go open that door.
Yes.
Get it, please.
Yes.
Please open it.
I gotta roll a 4 or more.
You can do it.
I believe
Nope.
No.
Can you try again?
Yes.
Come on.
That was very bad. I'm sorry. That's still not good enough.
Do you not have doors in Sweden? Like,
No,
I don't
I
understand.
don't. Oh, I thought I was German.
Just knock.
Oh,
We normally just knock and they open.
We don't lock them.
I'm like, I just look at you trying to open the door. And I also don't open the door!
It wouldn't be a D&D adventure if we weren't stuck in a door.
So I'm gonna do 1, and then I'm gonna hit it with my axe.
No,
Still
he's
a 4 or
probably
more?
rolling
4.
better.
No.
I'm gonna try that one more time.
Did you make a noise?
I made a noise.
No.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous.
Something is coming. We can all sense it. But who will stand to defend us from it? And, more importantly, who will earn the most prestige in the process? Welcome to City of Myrkesh. Place the game board in the center of the table, with the 2 rubble tokens off to the side, and stacks of all 7 status tokens in the designated area. Refer to the game length chart on page 4 of the rulebook, and pile a number of blue prestige cubes in the monster health area of the board accordingly. You can keep the rest of these cubes in the box. Place as many purple prestige crystals in the common supply as you can comfortably fit, refilling with more as necessary throughout the course of the game. Give each player a resource tracker, a set of all 4 different resource markers, a monster reference card, a colored pawn of their choice, and a starting deck of 10 basic cards, 4 traders, 3 soldiers, 2 nomads, and 1 peasant. Return any leftover basic cards to the box. Start your white resource marker, used to track your hand size, on the 5 space, and leave the other 3 resource markers to the left of the tracker in lieu of a 0 space. Separate the non-basic cards by district, as indicated by the colored icon in the upper left corner. Each of these district decks should contain 16 cards. To prevent promotional cards and expansions from throwing off that count, refer to the Incorporating Expansions section of the rulebook on page 18 when you want to use them. Shuffle each deck and place them face down in the outer city space of their respective district. Then reveal the top card of each deck and place it face up in that district's inner city space. Set the 2 status reference cards somewhere everyone can see them when they need them. Separate the wound cards by type and place each of these 3 stacks face up on their corresponding spaces on the board. Roll a 6-sided die and use the eyeball icons in the center of the board to determine which direction the monster will face at the start of the game. If the result is 6, re-roll until you get a different number. Then place the monster mini in the center of the board with the side marked as the head facing the direction indicated by the die. Randomly select a first player, who will choose any 2-colored space, the ones between districts, to place their pawn. Continue choosing your starting spaces in clockwise order, ensuring each player starts on a different 2-colored space between districts. When all players are on the board, reveal another card from each district deck, this time placing the card face up on top of the deck it came from in the outer city space. Each player then shuffles their deck and draws a hand of 5 cards, and play begins with the first player. On your turn, you'll perform as many actions as many times as you like and in any order until you either can't or don't want to do anything else. There are several actions to choose from. The first is to play a card vertically. You'll place cards you play face up on the table in front of you in an area called the active area. When you play a card vertically, you'll resolve all the text on it from top to bottom. The basic cards in your starting deck are largely self-explanatory, but the effects of some non-basic cards can get complicated. We're not going to go over every card effect you come across, so refer to the glossary of keywords in the latter half of the rulebook if you're ever unsure. If a card effect ever contradicts the rules we go over in this video, the card always takes precedent. If a card indicates you gain a resource, move the corresponding resource marker along your resource tracker accordingly. The yellow track is your coin, red is power, and green is speed. If a card effect has iconography to the left of it, that indicates the effect must be triggered by another card you play this turn in order to be resolved. There are 3 different types of triggering effects. District trigger effects happen when at least one other card in your active area is affiliated with one of the 2 districts indicated. District discard effects, denoted with similar district icons accompanied by discard icons, can only be triggered by discarding a card of one of the corresponding districts from your hand. When you discard a card, put it directly in your discard pile without resolving any of its effects. And cost trigger effects happen when at least one other card in your active area has a cost greater than or equal to the cost indicated. The cost of a card is shown in the top right corner. If you don't want to resolve the text on a card, you can instead choose to play it horizontally to gain 1 speed. Cards played horizontally maintain their district affiliation, if they have one, and still count toward the triggering effects of other cards you play. You can spend 1 speed to move your pawn 1 space in either direction. There is no limit to the number of players that can occupy a space once the game starts. You can spend coin equal to the number indicated on either of the 2 cards connected to the space you occupy to buy that card and put it in your discard pile, which you'll eventually shuffle into your deck to redraw cards on future turns. If you're in a 2-colored space between districts, striped arrows point directly to the cards you can buy. If you're in a single-colored space, the solid arrow pointing to the inner city card and the one pointing from the inner city to the outer city indicate that both of those cards are available to you. If there's a rubble token in the district of the card you're purchasing, you'll also need to spend 1 speed in addition to the card cost. If you purchase an outer city card, check to see if you're in the front arc of the monster. The front arc is the side that the head of the monster is facing, as well as both sides adjacent to the head. If you are in the monster's front arc when you purchase an Outer City card, you'll immediately place a rubble token in your district. If both rubble tokens are already on the board, move one of your choice to your district. The last possible action you can take on your turn is attacking the monster. To do this, you'll need to have at least 1 power and be in a space with a red arrow pointing to the monster in a district that doesn't have a rubble token. Then spend all your power and take that many blue prestige cubes from the monster's health pool, placing them on the table in front of you. Check the monster reference card to see if you dealt at least as much damage as the knockback effect. If you didn't, you'll have to resolve the wounds and negative effects for the side of the monster you're facing. If that side indicates any wound icons, take a wound card with the matching icon and place it in your discard pile. Wound cards essentially do nothing but take up space in your deck. Once they've been shuffled in, you'll draw them on future turns, and you'll have no choice but to play them vertically and resolve their text. If the side of the monster you're facing has armor, as indicated by this icon, you'll either have to spend 1 speed to ignore the armor or move one of the blue prestige cubes you earned in this attack to the common supply. If you dealt at least as much damage as the Create Rubble threshold shown on the monster reference card, place a rubble token in your district, moving one from the district of your choice if they're both already on the board. If you dealt at least as much damage as the Crowd Retreat threshold, you have the option to shuffle both face-up cards in the district you're attacking from back into their deck and draw 2 new ones, placing the first in the inner city and the second on top of the deck in the outer city. And if you dealt at least as much damage as the Provoke threshold, rotate the monster so that its head now faces the district you're attacking from. When you've finished all your actions for the turn, reset your speed, coin, and power to 0, move all the cards in your active area and any left over in your hand to the discard pile, and draw a new hand of cards from your draw pile. Don't reshuffle your discard pile until you need to draw or reveal a card from your draw pile and it's already been depleted. Then refill any empty card slots on the board, moving outer city cards to the inner city before drawing new ones. Some card effects will instruct you to take a status token, or give one to another player. There are 7 different statuses in the game, described on the status reference cards, but we'll go over them all quickly. When you have a debt token, the next time you would gain coin, you gain 1 less coin for each debt token you have and discard those debt tokens. If you don't gain as much coin as the number of debt tokens you have, keep the remaining debt tokens until the next time you gain coin. Tax tokens work exactly the same way as debt tokens, but you always lose debt tokens before tax tokens. And as long as you have a tax token, you can't attack the monster. Enrage and slow tokens work the same way, but they affect power and speed respectively instead of coin. And as long as you have an enrage token, you can't buy cards. When you gain an impair token, lower your hand size tracker by 1. The next time you draw up to your hand size, you'll only draw 4 cards instead of 5. Then discard the impair token and reset your hand size tracker to 5. When you gain an optimized token, you'll increase your hand size tracker by 1 and draw 6 cards instead of 5 next time you refill your hand. Then discard the optimized token and reset the hand size tracker. If you end up with both an optimize and an impair token at the same time, they cancel each other out, so simply discard them both and set your hand size back to 5. If you end up with multiples of either of these tokens, your hand size is still only increased or decreased by 1 card at a time. Just discard one of the tokens when you refill your hand, and don't reset your hand size tracker until you've discarded the last token. And some card effects allow a player to choose an opponent and do something. If you have a protection token and someone chooses you with one of these effects, you can discard the protection token to cancel the effect entirely. If you have any protection tokens and haven't spent any since the end of your last turn, you have to discard one of them at the start of your next turn. When a player is supposed to gain more blue prestige cubes from the monster health pool than what's available, they make up the difference with cubes left in the box and finish their turn. As soon as all players have taken an equal number of turns, the game ends. Each player counts their blue prestige cubes and purple prestige crystals and adds those numbers together with the endgame prestige values of any applicable cards in their deck, as indicated in the bottom right corner of each card. Whoever has the highest total wins, with the greatest number of blue prestige serving as tiebreaker. And that's everything you need to know to play City of Myrkesh. Now go, save our city.
That one's outlined as
Bingo!
Not what that means, but okay.
Wait, we should probably explain what actually happened. I don't know.
Yeah. During pre-show, I explained the concept of bingo to the table. Then someone followed the Twitch channel, which makes our lights on the table dance around. Amy thought that meant bingo. It shouted bingo. And now that's going to be a bit. Mint TV's asking if anyone's been having hot cocoa cravings. I've been craving grocery store eggnog.
Ooh.
Oh no, I love eggnog.
No.
But I don't like alcohol. I don't like
the
spiked.
older, the better.
I don't like.
Oh my!
Hey! Welcome everybody to the Board and Barrel. My name's Kyle McCarley. With me this evening, mostly Eric Reichert.
Hello, I am here.
Over on the other side of the table, no Dustin Hendrickson.
It's just me.
We do have Paul!
Hi, I'm lonely over here.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming, Paul.
Of course. I miss Dustin. I do have a dog over here.
Yeah, you have Crowley.
Can we put Crowley in the seat so
He
that...
won't stay there.
No,
Fine.
that will not work.
Then I'll just be alone over here.
The only furniture the dogs will get on is the couch, which is the most expensive dog bed in the world. More expensive than the actual bed.
That's just good dog parenting right there.
Yeah. So this is a show where we play board games. Let's take it over to the table.
What?